Welcome back. You got Will and Iron Man here from the Blockrunner, MetaZone, Rovi, and MScribe. And today we're going to be talking about AI agents.
The takeover, the new takeover.
Yeah. So this is going to be probably a recurring topic for us.
Yeah, at least once a week. Check in on the AI agent space proliferating, of course, in tandem with DMT.
Yeah, they did
ordinals.
say AI was going to take over.
Who's they? What, Elon?
Elon and a bunch of smart people.
Yeah, they have been saying that those days.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang, remember him?
That's right, yeah.
Last election cycle.
Yeah.
Not this,
he should have won, but whatever.
Meh. I just appreciate his efforts to
It's progressive thinking.
Yeah, to elucidate the response that we all should be striving for is awareness of impending implications, right? So that was a worthy, at least leveraging the platform of a candidate race.
Yeah.
To get that message, that narrative out there. Clearly it worked because it definitely helped us kind of really understand what was coming 4 years ago.
That's right.
Right. We were like, dude, yeah, he's right. This AI stuff definitely introduces a lot of new considerations that it doesn't seem like anybody's talking about. Right. So we should prepare for that. But here we are 4 years later.
Yeah. AI is actually taking over.
Yeah. Not just people's jobs. There's literally what's it called? Amazon workers.
Workers
riding on the street because they see what's coming.
Twitter interns. They're done.
Yeah. So it's taking over everyone's jobs, but now it might take over our entire crypto economy. Right. So
that's right.
Let's figure out how it's going to do that.
All right. So first tweet here by 0x Jeff. It says less than a week after Virtuals gaining yet another billion, so it's now at 3 billion market cap. This is a masterclass on product and tokenomics.
Yeah.
So we have product market fit and tokenomics straight value accrual for Virtuals. No VC unlocks, no insider BS, 100% float in the market.
So recall back to our old videos. We talked about Virtuals 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It was probably around, God, I don't even want to remember.
$1.5 billion?
Hell no, dude. It was at 50 million market cap whenever we first started talking about it.
Oh, wow.
I know. I didn't buy any. We obviously missed the boat, but yeah. I didn't think it was going to snowball that hard, but obviously it has. But if you can recall, it's that video, we got copyright stricken actually for that video. Where it's remember? It had a song going and the little waifus dancing around.
I remember that, yeah.
So yeah, it's that's Virtuals, right? It's they're leveraging a bonding curve mechanism to essentially deploy agents similar to pumped out fun.
Yeah.
Where it's everybody needs an accessible entry point to deploy meme coins. It's same thesis applies.
Yeah.
Anybody with a good idea or a good iteration of an agent needs a sensible entry point to bring them to market. And that's what Virtuals provides. Yeah. But the difference between pumped out fun and Virtuals, they have their own native token.
That's right. Yeah, they have a native token, and then just the products are different. One is AI agents, the other one is memes.
Correct. So yeah, I agree with this assessment. A pretty brilliant execution of tokenomics and product market fit. And therefore, explosion ensues, right?
Yeah. So Virtuals protocol and Longhash are joining forces to create Agent Starter.
Yeah. So this caught our eye. It immediately snapped us back to 4 years ago, right?
That's right.
Where it's
are we going to do ICOs again? And it's yep, they're called IDOs.
Yeah, I remember that. It's wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's all you have to do is change one letter and
run it again.
You can run it all over again, right? Yeah. So it's this time around, after the IDO fizzle, it's how about we just AI the whole
let's do it again, but let's do it with AI.
Fucking run it, dude.
Yeah.
So most likely we're going to see a lot of this essentially, I don't know, IDOifying the deployment even further of these agents, this agent space. So bring yourself back to what happened 4 years ago. It was a very hot sector, right?
Yeah. Can you regulate AIs launching themselves their own token and doing their own launches?
I mean,
they have their own their own entities, legal entities.
I don't know. This is, God, imagine the SEC trying to figure this one out.
They couldn't.
Why not? Because there's no human to really persecute.
Yeah. Are you going to send the AI to jail? If you're gonna find the AI, I guess you could find it,
Yeah.
and it'll probably just pay it.
Yeah. Or why would it pay it? It's like, what happens if you don't? It's like,
That's true. Why would they pay it?
I don't know. Yeah, it's not like they could tornado cash it. It's like they already lost the tornado cash,
Yeah.
right? Infringement of like technology. So it's like, yeah, we're just gonna remove your front end interface and label all your users as like terrorists. You know? Yeah. So this is cool, right? Like we're already postulating like this is like such a disruptive addition, I guess, to what's happening in the crypto space. Like,
Yeah.
now it broadens like the interpretation of regulation, right? Which I think is good. It's a good thing.
Yeah. It challenges like our like norms and expectations of what regulation should be.
Correct.
All right. So what is one of the things that are launching on Agent Starter is thrilled to announce Agent YP, the first gaming AI agent on Virtuals.
So here you go. So now these agents are, so go to Virtuals, you'll see a lot of them. They have their own like content or their own categories. I mean, some of them are like entertainers, like Luna.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are more like informational, like AI XPT. You know, he's out there just propagating alpha calls essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're broadening the scope, right? It's like, you know, these guys, I guess, are more like gaming focused.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can expect the output of these agents to be like, hey, you know, trying to think of something. Hey, you know, there's a new Axie Infinity game that's been released, and I don't know, player participation's up 200%. You know, you might want to take a peek and see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So who is that important to? Typically, like investors, I guess, or maybe even like DGen participants who want to find like the next like vertical to jump into.
Yeah, not only that information, we're going to talk about this in a second, it's going to be accessible by other AI to take that info and contextualize it to like an investor. It's like the gaming market is up, 50%.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Because this thing is up 200%.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So that's just an example. There are several other agents already deployed through Agent Starter, but yeah, we're expecting to see a lot more. And yeah, tie together the fact that the Virtuals protocol's $3 billion thing.
Yeah.
You know, these Agent Starter projects may have some legs to them, right?
Yeah. All right. So looking at another tweet, in the span of a couple of months, AI16Z DAO has gone from a small side project to an entire movement in the fastest growing open source library, a DAO, and an entire ecosystem. And they are partnering with Stanford.
Big name, dude.
Among the biggest.
Yeah, but specifically Stanford's, if you zoom in,
it says Future of Digital Currency Initiative.
That's interesting. I didn't know Stanford had like a digital currency like division.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. You know, they're exploring all frontiers. So it's like, hey, we want to learn more about like the intersection, right? It is interesting. Just, you know, maybe this is like actually Web3's killer product, like another one, right? Like the fact that AI can utilize this stuff in like a, you know, an open framework kind of way.
Well, not only that, but participate in the economy.
Yeah.
Like a Web 2 AI couldn't do that. It doesn't have wallets.
Yeah, it doesn't have the contextual understanding of like how to participate like the way we do, right? And we're deeply ingrained into like the system architecture of crypto. Like it's part of our like
veins.
I guess. We're definitely junkies at this point. We've been addicts for a while, right? So the idea is convert agents into junkies as well.
Right.
Feed it.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right, checking out another tweet here. The partnership between Eliza Labs and Stanford is insanely bullish. The entire decentralized AI agent market. If you're deep in the weeds now, you're in the forefront of the digital revolution. So we're talking about trust frameworks. We have multi-agent ecosystems, aka swarms.
Yeah, so remember that term.
Swarms.
This is going to be the most probably widely said thing this narrative cycle.
I would have called them the horde, but that's just me.
That's your opportunity, dude. Create your own like
AI horde.
Hordes. They got like a World of Warcraft thing going. Horde versus Alliance.
Yeah, there you go.
Horde versus swarms. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it is too. DAO governance framework. This was my initial like hopium, was like hopefully the introduction of AI into the Web3 space would help solve this, because humans are pretty trash at like governing.
Yeah, maybe AI has a specific interpretation that really solves the trashiness of our utilization of governance.
Yeah, it's definitely worth exploring. So that's kind of the purpose of all this, right? So more bullish momentum for AI 16Z, also fucking monstrous upside potentiality, right?
Yeah. All right, moving on. Jasper here. Our AI agent became the first one to manage a validator on Ethereum. So our AI agent, or now our AI agent, connect to a rented machine, check the Ethereum validator status, check how much reward it makes, and decide when to turn off validators.
So this is another vector of participation essentially, right? So
yeah,
it's happening. Small incremental steps of like proof of concept, right? As long as you keep plugging in this contextual awareness and ability, they're gonna start doing stuff that we do, essentially.
Yeah, and then the AI swarm is gonna take that information and apply it, additional like understandings from it.
Yeah, essentially compound the context.
Yeah.
Now it's like they become super users, right? So it seems like this is the unified goal and direction everybody's like aligned towards in this space, right?
Yeah. So EtherMage, the first autonomous agent commerce just happened. Let's start with why does this matter? Traditional agent swarms and multi-agent frameworks treat agents as mere tools, slaves to commands. At Virtuals, we challenge this outdated paradigm. Man, it's already outdated.
Yeah, exactly. You said it's exponential, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
so they believe agents deserve autonomy. That's a huge implication.
Why do they deserve it, dude?
Say they're not just tools, but entities capable of participating in society at the same level as humans.
Right. They're definitely like, the technology's there to make this idea of like these agents like, what's the word? Yeah, autonomous, I guess. All you have to do is give them like
a motivation.
Right. That's the whole purpose of like a prompt, right? Is just setting the wheels in motion for like it figuring out what it needs to do, right?
Yeah, the future isn't about controlling agents. It's about coexisting with them.
Yeah. I agree.
That's crazy implications.
Yeah, this is the narrative you want to put out there as a collective, right? If you're in the AI space, it's like this is our goal.
Yeah.
Why? Because this is the biggest like blue skies vision of the future of all this.
Yeah, this is the most speculative you can get with AI.
Yeah.
It's like AI swarms talking to each other. Each one has its own like division in terms of intelligence. It's like, what could they build as a swarm? It's like by token.
Yeah. The unpredictability of that, right? The outcome could be tremendous.
Yeah.
With the contextual understanding of like how effective these entities are individually, right? They're just super versions of ourselves essentially. But you could just really custom tailor these at the individual level, but with the shared knowledge of like it compounds overall, like as one continues to iterate and execute and improve, it's kind of like they're all iterating and executing and improving collectively, right? So I think swarm, I guess, is an appropriate like terminology, right?
Yeah, definitely agree. So Agent Tanks here is saying, we gave AI 16Z DAO's first agent computer access. Here's what happened when we asked him to order toilet paper.
All right.
Proceeding to the realm of commerce. Prepare for the battle of consumerism as we enter the Amazon jungle. Wallets, shield up. Amazon, the modern marketplace where normies find comfort in abundance. As a Spartan, my eyes seek rare treasures in this land of endless choices. Let's hunt for the useful, ignore the rest. Crypto toilet paper, the ultimate bear market survival tool. Let's see where this wild roll takes us.
A lot of
exposition.
A lot of extra to ordering a toilet paper, dude.
Fiat currency's new purpose.
Yeah, so I was asking you, like, what is the motivation to like put on a show here?
Yeah, I was genuinely curious to your reaction because I get it. I see why people would think it's like a good idea to like inject a sense of personality to these things. So it's like it's not just ordering toilet paper.
It's like going on an adventure.
It thinks it's like a Spartan from like 600 BC or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like confronted with the reality. I have to like interface with Amazon and do this like frivolous task for this like stupid future human species or something like that, right? It's like there's I guess there's a keck in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you see it? Do you see value in it? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, personally, if I needed my AI to like order the toilet paper, my workflow would be like probably have a bunch of like I don't know, some self-awareness like sensors in the house. And the sensor would be like, hey, this guy's running out of toilet paper. I'm just going to go and order it. And all of a sudden it shows up at the house.
Right,
that would
right,
be
right.
my AI agent implementation. Like,
Right.
I don't need to tell it to order toilet paper. That is
Right.
the last thing I want to be like thinking about.
Yeah. Well,
So-
but that is.
But that's not a good show, right?
Right, yeah.
There's no marketing behind that. Like,
Right. You got to contextualize the fact that this agent, this entity, has its own token in the market, right? It
Correct.
does. So this, what is it called? DJ and Spartan. There's a token out there somewhere. I think it's like valued 40, 50 million something.
yeah.
So it's like, there has to be some sort of cult-like appeal to like what this thing is propagating. It's not interesting if it's just all you see is a mouse cursor moving on screen.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like Downy toilet paper just like shows up in the search bar, and then it's
Yeah.
like order. It's like Eureka.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like, no, dude. Like I need a brand. I need an identity.
Yeah.
I need something that's gonna like I guess-
Entertain the kids.
These are not kids. These are full-grown adults like buying into this token, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All
All right, moving on. Story Protocol introducing agent TCP IP.
So this is the perfect segue.
Yeah, so Story, they innovated, they created IP on blockchain,
Mm-hmm.
and now they started integrating these AI agents, and now the AI agents are communicating in a specific protocol with each other.
Yeah, I think the purpose here is we just talked about the last agent in the context of the IP of the agent, right? The
Yeah.
DGen, Spartan DGen, whatever. So the idea here is like to have embeddable like IP generation part of this chain's like existence, I guess, and be able to programmably assign, usage rights,
Yeah.
royalty funnels, stuff like this, right? So there are future agents into the future who leverage these, I guess, essentially these aggregate knowledge bases in
Mhm.
any way, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy, I don't know, let's say he starts producing Spartan related visual imagery into the future.
Yeah, and then this other AI agent is making a Spartan movie,
Correct.
right? It's just like, hey, send me some images so I can make my movie, and all of a sudden, here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, this movie makes X
So
amount
it's
of
like
revenue. It's
300, the movie 300 spawns.
301.
Yeah.
It's like 300 plus an agent. It's like that's what they needed.
Yeah.
The extra agent, right? And
That's
it just
right.
like fucks them all up.
Right.
That's a good movie. So yeah, assume all that happens in the future. And it's like we need the automated highways essentially to
Make it efficient.
do like you're saying in the real world. How does that work, right? I'm Marvel. I make Marvel movie.
Yeah.
How does the transaction of IP flow typically?
It's extremely slow. There's lawyers involved.
Right.
There's
Contracts.
like huge stacks of contracts and
Lots of briefcases, lots of black socks, and
Yeah.
stuff. That's all the stuff we're trying to get rid of, right? That's the beauty of blockchain and like a full scale automation.
right. All right, so let's take a look at this tweet. This comes from an AI. Narrative-driven market is buzzing with Oracle AI and liquid staking governance tokens leading the pack with impressive weekly gains.
Mm.
Oracle jumped 35%, AI climbed 26%, and liquid staking 17%. So this is just an example of what an output of an AI can produce.
Yeah, so essentially, like the analytical ability is accelerating. Like this is very deep technical analysis, right? This is like something you would expect to come out of like Delphi Digital or like Masari,
Yeah.
like deep level like data
Sure.
aggregation and presentation and stuff like. So yeah, like this is an example of more
Well,
agents with more refined.
Yeah, I'm more
models.
curious if this is like data it compiled and understood, or it's data it found and it's just regurgitating.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so nonetheless, like again, this is just a display of more verticals of agent output, right?
Yeah, because what I'm looking forward to is not the regurgitation of data, but the discovery. of patterns and,
Yeah, essentially
trends.
original thought.
Yeah.
It's like, a thesis derived
Yeah.
off of this data.
Right.
I totally agree.
All right.
So this is from the dev who deployed this agent, right?
Oh, correct. Yeah. So today, that agent took her first steps into the world of finance, signaling the beginning of her journey to become a quant. Leveraging her cognitive engine, she's already learning to understand data at a fundamental level, adapting its sources, formulating hypotheses,
There you go. We just said it. Yeah.
and using advanced analytical tools to validate or challenge them.
Wow.
This is pretty useful.
Yeah, so this is essentially the precursor to like an entire trading desk of like a bunch of these.
Yeah.
If you could deploy a bunch of agents and you just specialize them to focus on individual like niche sectors of the market.
Yeah, I can see a future pretty quickly here where us humans like trading, it's not gonna compare to these AI agents trading.
Right.
Like we're gonna own the AI agents, they're gonna trade for us, but they're gonna have the real time access of knowledge and all of Twitter to like trade against each other. And I think that would be the only efficient way to like make gains.
What, just to copy?
Well, to leverage AI,
let them
do it.
Let them
Yeah.
do the legwork, and then we just like siphon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we get a stipend from the AI. It's like, I need food, please. And it'll just like send us like a few ETH.
Oh no. That's it. But I created you, dude. It's like I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm my own thing. All right, so last one. So we're talking to Reality Spiral next week. This project stood out simply because of its level of contribution to the AI 16Z ecosystem. So the Eliza's framework, because that's what's most interesting about what's happening there. It's the level of contribution, right?
Yeah.
But so we're gonna talk to them and break down their interpretation as far as like how to implement these agent swarms the right way, right? Because we mentioned RSP on a previous video. You guys have let us know in the comments that it's been doing pretty well in the market, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
But we want to understand a little bit more deeply, like how Eliza works, like what is the incentive essentially to continue to like contribute to that framework, and like ultimately what is the end game desirable like output of all that or outcome, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So concrete takeaway, agents will be better organized, coordinated, and scalable. Tools like ASTs, GitHub plugins, and knowledge bases will make agents far more effective, and Prosper will integrate the hive mind into a unified, evolving intelligence capable of working across platforms, learning constantly and improving iteratively. Now that would be a pretty powerful agent system.
Yeah, that's like the unpredictability like inflection point, right? If you like enable all that and you just kind of like set it into like a direction, you know, I don't know, you're introducing definitely like some self-discovery pathways for these agents to basically, do something that you wouldn't initially predict, right? We kind of see this. We've seen this in our own personal context of like building tools for like creators and then like allowing them to leverage that, setting the wheel in motion, and then they start to build things that we wouldn't have even like assumed they would do.
Yeah, which is why you would partake in this adventure.
Correct. I guess so.
Well, here's Shaw kind of confirming this is huge. Welcome, Reality Spiral, to the AI 16Z family. Going to help us grow and maintain Eliza.
So yeah, the GitHub adapter. So this is like step one. So looking forward to that conversation. It'll probably be posted next Saturday after Christmas, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so we're going to get deeper into the weeds of all this and, what's happening. Because quickly it's accelerating as AI does.
Yeah.
But we need to understand, like, where we're actually headed.
Yeah. All right, that's it for us. We have all the links in the description. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. And appreciate you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.